All right. Some of you might have already attended the session earlier, but if not, I will quickly give a quick overview on what are these ninja bots. And so basically these automation bots, right? We can call them as automation bots because they will, right, they will replace that manual entry and exit of the trades. They will be, right, the algo based on the algo alerts, whether the algorithm is giving a buy or sell. The bots will be looking at those, and then whenever they see a buy signal, they will place the trade, or whenever they see a sell signal, they will close the long and enter the short. Again, when they see a buy signal, they will close the short and enter another long. So that's what, instead of we watching the charts or waiting for the alerts, they will be basically doing buy and sell. So as long as the market is not choppy, right? For example, today for most of the time, ES and NQ, they were choppy in a small range, just moving 5, 10, right? NQ was moving 10, 15 points up, again 10, 15 points down. So that is called as a choppy situation where it is moving in a small range, right? That is also called as a sideway movement. If there is a big upward movement or downward movement, that is where we can make nice profits with the bots. But again, we never know, right? Unless if there is a holiday season or if there is some major event coming in next 1 or 2 days, then we know that market may have low volume, market will be choppy. But other scenarios, we cannot exactly predict until the market opens and until we see first 1 hour. We won't know whether market will be choppy or not. So that's why, right, it is not easy to predict when it will be choppy or when it will not be choppy. So that is the risk we all need to understand. If there is a big upward or downward movement, bots will make huge profits. If there is a choppy situation with a right moving just up and down without a proper direction, then we may have losses with the algo. But again, right, most of the time, 70% of, right, if we take a 1 month, around out of 20 trading days, approximately 14 to 15 days, we will have uh, either upward or downward moment. There might be 4 or 5 days where we may have these choppy days, choppy scenarios, choppy situation. And it is not that entire market will be choppy. For example, NQ and ES might move choppy, but gold and crude oil may move high, or gold may move choppy and NQ might move well, right? For example, we have this news that Fitch downgrading it. So we may see a downward movement in NQ and ES, and we may see a big upward movement in gold, like that. So again, it is not that every instrument, right, every contract will be in the same choppy situation. So that's why instead of connecting every instrument to one account, if we can connect ES to account 1, NQ to account 2, or GC to account 3, CL to account 4, like that, even though if one of them is choppy, if others are moving, then we can be in the green. Or if two of them are in choppy, but other two are moving up or down, then we will be making profits. So that's why, right, that is the advantage if we connect them with different bots. So again, right, another advantage, right, why we develop these bots on Ninja, because we have these funded programs such as Apex, and there are a lot of other programs also. But Apex is one of the reliable and top one in the funded programs. So we can, right, instead of we investing our own money, we can use these Apex funded programs where they fund the account, but we have to complete a challenge. Once we complete a challenge, they will give a performance account. Initially, it is called as an evaluation account, where we will take the trades on a paper account, where we have to complete a certain amount, we have to make certain profit, for which we can use the bots. In the same way, for performance account is the real account where we'll be really trading on the with the real money. So when we complete the challenge and start doing on the performance account, then whatever first 25K we make, that is completely ours. And then any other profits after that, 90% will be ours and 10% will go to Apex. Just like our IT consulting companies, if we work for them, they give us 80%, they take 20%. In the same way, here they give us 90%, they take 10%. And first 25K is completely yours. So that is the advantage where your risk is low, you are not investing your own money, and until yesterday they had a 80% off, right? Because they give us the Ninja license, Ninja real time data, all those tools which are required to do the evaluation, to do the performance, all those things. They charge a certain amount, right? For example, for a 50K account, for to complete the evaluation, we have to pay approximately 160. They had a 80% off until yesterday. Today they reduced it to 50% off. But again, right, instead of you using your own money, this is a low risk approach where you are trading on the funded accounts. So, right, that 80% is done. So I already explained about this funded multiple times, so I don't want to again explain more. And what you have to do once you get the funded account or your individual Ninja Trader account, you have to open the Ninja account and go to the Ninja Control Center, and then you have to go to help and open the third party licensing. Then you will provide the vendor name, and then your user defined ID is nothing but your last name followed by last four digits, and then it will generate a machine ID. That machine ID you will fill in the Google form. Once you fill the Google form, we'll basically provide you the files. And once we provide the files, right, whether we may email you, or if you are in a channel or in a group, we may send the files in those channel or group. Once you use that, right, again I have shown you in the last video, what you have to do is basically you will right, let's say you will go to tools, import, you will click on Ninja Script add-on, and then you will basically select the files, right? Whatever files we are sharing with you, you will place them in a right. For example, you will place them on your folders on your local desktop, in the desktop or documents or somewhere, and then you will basically select those files and you will say open. Once you do that, immediately those files will get installed, right? Once it gets installed, what you will do, you will go to new, and then you will open a new chart, right? For example, you want to do it on NQ, right? Let us say NQ September contracts, because that is the next one. And right, for day trading, we are suggesting you to use a 5-minute chart using Heikin-Ashi candle, right? Make sure it is Heikin-Ashi, and you have to use a 5-minute candle. And then for now, you can just keep the trading hours, right? When you are testing on a sim account, on a simulation account, you can use uh, entire 23 hours of, right? Otherwise, generally the low risk strategy is you can start somewhere around 8:45 Central till 3 p.m. Central. You can use that time frame, so that your risk is very very low during the time. And once you do that, right, basically you will select it, and you can also, right, there is a break at end of the day. Sometimes what happens is at 11:59 p.m. Central, right, at 12 o'clock, the session gets closed. So you can uncheck this one. Otherwise, what will happen is they will get all the bots will stop at 12 o'clock. All the positions will get closed. You can uncheck this break at the end of the day, and then you can say okay. So now you will see that right? You can see a chart, right? You opened a chart. Now you have to enable the bots on this chart. You will right click on the chart. You will click on strategies, and for example, right, yeah, I removed, but I have to add it. For example, I want to use a super EMA or something, right? I want to use it on a sim 101. Then I will just say apply. Okay, right? Whatever strategy we are sharing, you will basically select that strategy. Now that strategy got enabled on this one. So, right, when you right click on the strategy, so you will see multiple right? For now, we gave you alpha spectrum strategy. So, and if you want to, right, while adding the strategy itself, if you want to enable it, you can click here, right? Or you can also go to the other side and also, right, you can also put a checkbox there in the enabled. In that way also you can enable it. So there are two ways you can do it. So, right, we will be giving you the second strategy in a day or two, which is mainly good for swing, which is low risk compared to day trading, which will be also right, which you can use also for day trading, but mainly it is good for swing. So like that you will apply, and then, right, you will see the strategy getting applied, right? Now let me install. Let me also show you how to uninstall something, right? If I don't want a strategy, if I want to uninstall something. So what I will do is I'll go to tools, right? I want to, for example, we mentioned that, okay, this strategy, some users observed some sync issue. We are fixing it. Then what you have to do is you have to go to tools. Earlier we did the import, right? We went to import and Ninja script. That means we are adding something. Now we have to remove something. You select the remove option, remove, and then once you click on remove, it will show you all the softwares which are installed on your machine, which are available on the bot. For example, I want to remove this super EMA strategy. I am removing that super EMA, and then when I say yes, right, if you wait for a minute or so, it will give you a confirmation message that it got removed. Right, Ninja script assembly successfully removed. That means that strategy got removed from your system. Now I may want to take another strategy, or right, let us say I want to import a new one. I will go to again tools, import a Ninja script add-on. I'm adding a new bot or new add-in to my Ninja software, and then, right, for example, I want to, right, instead of EMA crossover, I want to use something like alpha spectrum, right? So just I'm trying to explain you how to remove and reinstall the software. Whichever you don't want, you can remove them and then reinstall the latest files, updated files. And once you reinstall the updated files, you have to again wait for this message. Ninja Trader successfully imported all scripts contained in the Ninja script archive. That means you got the updated file. Whenever you get it, you have to make sure you again create another chart, or right, disable the previous, right. For example, you may already have opened and enabled the previous strategy with the old code. Now you have to make sure you open a new chart. For example, I want to run it on, let us say, ES, right? Whether you want to, if you are doing a trading on your personal account, you may select a 4 hours or daily or weekly, which is for swings, which comes with a low risk. But you have to wait for a few days or a few weeks for them to reach the targets or to give a signal. If you take a 5 minute, you may have 10 to 20 signals every day, buy and sell. But if you are taking a daily or weekly, then the signal strength will be very, very strong. That means your risk will be very, very low. But Apex, you need to complete close all the positions by end of the day. That's why we are taking a 5 minute candle and we are asking the algo to give buy and sell based on the 5 minute chart. And so again, break at end of the day, you remove that option and then you say, okay. Right now you have the new chart. Again, you have to make sure you have to enable the strategy. Right, you just loaded the chart. You have to make sure it is 5 minutes. I can actually type only. Now again, right click on the chart, click on the strategies, and now if you go in right choice under strategies, you will see RC alpha spectrum. Right, tomorrow you will see another strategy also. Right, today you will have only RC alpha spectrum. We are testing the other one and it is nearly ready. We'll be adding. So you will see multiple strategies. Right, one might be good for ES and NQ. This is good for ES and NQ. The second strategy will be good for gold and crude oil. Like that, we'll be sharing like which is good for what. But for now, you can test with this for all the instruments. So now you will double click on this. Once you double click on this, it will come right. It should be under configured. That means now it is added. So once it is added, you can check this enabled box and then whichever account. Do you want a performance account or Apex account, evaluation account, or whatever you want, you can select that from the drop down. For example, I want to do it on SimES, right? Because it is a ES chart, I want to test it on the simulation account, which I created called as SimES. Then right, the order quantity you can set by default as a strategy. Generally, a strategy based on strategy, it will be one buy or one sell. And then you can basically say apply. Apply, okay. Then whenever algo gives a buy, it will place a buy in your account. Whenever algo right gives a sell, it will place a sell in your account. Right, you have to make sure that right here you have to make sure it is green. Right, this is the Ninja control center. That means this should be always green. If this is orange, that means there is a disconnection between your Ninja and your Rhythmic software. So this is the Rhythmic Trader Pro. This should be always on, and your Ninja software, Ninja Control Center should be always showing a green. If there is an internet disconnectivity or something, it may turn to orange. That means the connection between both the Rhythmic software and Ninja is disconnected. You have to immediately, right, you have to go here, connections, and then you have to click on right, you have to click my Rhythmic for Ninja Trader, and then it will again get enabled. But whenever it gets disconnected, all your strategies will also get disabled. You have to again go back and just check these boxes, right? Either you can go to the chart and you can enable them. You can go here again, right click and do that, or from here itself, from the strategies itself, you can go. You have this enabled column here, whichever strategies you want. I want alpha spectrum on this performance account, on this Apex account. You can enable whichever you want. But make sure, right, initially for first few days, just test with a simulation account, demo account, because we will have these forever and every day market will give opportunities. If not with ES, it will give with crude oil. If not with crude oil, it will give with gold. So don't be in a hurry to test use with your performance or evaluation accounts. Just because first 3 4 days, once you see, you will understand it better. You will understand how to put your laptop in a place where there is no internet disconnections, or where there is no disturbance, or a laptop automatically getting shut off. Such type of setup issues can happen, such type of logistical issues can happen. So that's why first 3 4 days just connect them to the simulation account and just test those things, right? For example, we may have a right so today it was little choppy. It went up, came down, it went up, came down, went up, came down. But if you saw right yesterday, right, it came down like so much. So if we have scenarios like this where there is a big drops, or it, it's like a big movement up, right? Nearly for 30, 40 minutes, 50 minutes, it was going up in one direction. Or here for nearly 2 hours, 2 to 3 hours, it was going down. So whenever we have this type of scenario, we can make huge gains, right? So when market is just choppy like this, right? You have some 10 15 minutes it went up, 10 15 minutes it came down. Again it went up, it came down. So that is where we may have uh, right choppy scenarios where it will wait for candles to go up, then it takes a buy. Suddenly it starts going down, again it waits for some time to take a sell. That's where we will have small losses. But if right now we got a RC buy, that means it came down, there was some consolidation, it started going up. Now we have a buy. Again, if it starts going up, right, algo already placed in our simulation account, because we already connected this algo to the trade. So we will have, if you go here, you can see that it took a yes long, because I connected to the sim yes. It took a long position now, right? Because I enabled it. So if it keeps on going up back, then we will make nice gains, right? So that is how you have to connect. Or if there are any changes, if you have to remove it, you have to go to tools, click on remove ninja script, then the window appears with the software, and then you will just remove that, and then again go to import, click on ninja script add-on, and then you will upload the files again. So if because of some internet disconnectivity or some laptop got closed or something, then your strategies will be automatically disconnected, they will be disabled. So at that time what you have to do is you have to go and you have to basically right click here on the positions. You can either do close position, or if you do flatten everything, everything will get closed at one time. If there are ES and QCL, there are multiple positions. If you want to close everything at one time, you can do flatten everything, right? Especially if you are on Apex account, and let us say you are somewhere close to completing the evaluation. Don't wait for the bot to close it. If you are already near to $3,000 profit from multiple positions on ES, you may have some $500. On NQ, you may have $500, right? Then just close those positions, right? Because you don't want again 3,000 going back to 2,600K or 2,700, 2,700, like that. If you want, you can also, right? Today, there are few members, what they did, when they made some 200, $300, they just close the position. They saw that it is choppy. They just they were doing semi-automation, right? It is not complete automation, but they were manually, they were waiting for algo to open the position. And when there is a movement in ES or NQ, if it goes some $200 up, they will close the position, and again they will go back and they will enable the strategy. Again, whenever there is a sell, again it is coming down, again they see some 100 $200 profit, they closed it and they made, like that. Also you can use again. Apex generally don't allow complete automation, so that is more like a semi automation, where you are waiting for algo to do a buy or sell, and then you can do the closing of the trades. And if someone Apex, right, if you're in chat with Apex or someone, you can also say that it is a semi-automated bot, because right, if everyone uses automation, and if you right, that yeah, as per Apex rules, 100% automation is not permitted. So you can always mention that you are doing right now $25 profit. Right, if you go back to the chart, right, right. It took a buy. It is going up now. So right, that is how you will install the bots or update the bot, how you will configure the bot. Right, these are the various steps as part of um, the process. Let me see if you have some comments, right? Let me enable. Yeah, if you have any questions, you can put in the comments. Yeah, hi Sanjeev.
Yeah, hi. If I pass this account, like how to submit it to Apex? Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. Yeah.
Yeah, say for example, like I made like $3,000. Okay, so how to submit to Apex? How do they know?
Once it completes 3,000 within a day or two, they will send an email saying like you successfully completed this performance, and they
Okay.
will they will send a certificate, and they will ask you to sign a contract for the performance.
Mhm.
So yeah, Apex will right. They will be tracking all these accounts, and they will be tracking. We don't need to send anything to them.
Okay. Okay. One more, like in future, like you'll be charging for all this bots, right? Will you give us a combine as one, or you'll give us each script you will charge?
Again, right? If you are from the pool fund or if you are from mirror trade, we may not charge until next 5 to 6 months. Until
Okay.
but yeah, if someone is completely new, we'll be verifying all the email IDs and everything. If someone is installing who is not part of those, then yeah, we'll be charging them, and it will be based on each bot or each strategy. For
Oh, each
example,
bot. Uh,
yeah, we released one strategy now. We are
okay.
going to release two more strategies in the next week. So each strategy is good for certain instruments or for certain time frames. So
Okay.
yeah, we'll be doing it for each strategy. So that strategy you can use for 5 minutes or 15 minutes or 1 hour, 4 hours or 24 hours weekly. How you want to use it, it is up to you. But yeah,
Mhm.
that's
Okay.
yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you.
Sure. Hey Raghu, please go ahead.
Hey Kishore Garu, thank you for taking the call. So example, like if we have two Apex accounts, do means I don't have right now, but if we have two Apex accounts, will we have two Ninja accounts also, or everything will be in one Ninja account and they get
Everything will be in one Ninja account. I have shown an example, right? So if I go here, strategies, right? If I click here, I double click on this. So here, right, you can see my Apex, Apex 1, Apex 2, Apex 3, Apex 4, like that. You will have all your accounts in the draw, right? You will have one Ninja account which will be associated with multiple Apex accounts. So when you take ES chart, you will take account one. When you open another CL chart, you will use account two, like that.
okay, okay, yeah, sure. Thank you.
Okay. Yeah, I will share the recording at the end of the session. So if internet is lost, what will happen is basically your positions will continue in the same way, right? If internet is lost or power is lost, then they will just go in the same way, right? Now this position which got opened is $50 profit. So for example, if there is an internet disconnectivity, immediately you can use your phone, right, mobile hotspot or something, connect to it, or right, otherwise, and you can just do a close position. And whenever internet is back, you can again enable the strategy. Whenever there is a disconnectivity, then the strategies will automatically get disabled. Right, bot will not look at whether how much profit you are making, how much, right? You can, because some of you may use it on an individual account on a weekly time frame, right? As I mentioned, if you are doing on a weekly, if there is a buy, you may, and for next 5 to 6 weeks, it may be on the buy, you may make a $5,000-6,000 profit with just one contract. So bot can be used for any time frame for any account. So bot will not look at, okay, there is a 2,500 trail stop, or so it is not just for Apex. So you have to, right, you have to, that's why I'm saying, right, start with sim accounts and then start with micros, right? With micros, you don't have such a risk where even though suddenly today, 5 p.m., because of that news which downgrading, suddenly we saw 150 points drop on NQ. Right? If you are on a sell side, that will make huge profits. But if you are in a buy side and suddenly in 1 minute, there is such a big drop, by the time algo realizes, by the time candle closes, already there is a big drop. So that's why you can, right, do with micros until you get comfortable, until you understand everything, then you can start using with multiple micros, or you can take a mini. But yeah, to start with, better you use simulation account and then go to micros in the evaluation, then use minis in the evaluation, and then use minis in the micros in the performance, and then minis in the performance. Slowly, as you get more and more confidence, as you get more and more comfortable with the tool, you can move from one right. So that right, don't be in a hurry to quickly, right, make huge profits, because right, there is nothing, no algo will make 100% success, or right, it is not a printing machine. So again, we have those choppy situation or sudden 1 minute there is a 100 point to 200 point drops with NQ. That's where I suggested better you use micros, because NQ is so volatile. It can drop 100 points in a minute. It can go up 100 points in a minute. So you can use micros, right? Again, to micros, the same thing. Instead of selecting a NQ chart, you can select a, right. Again, go back to that. Select new chart. You have micros here, right? Whichever micro you want, or right, for example, MNQ. So you have futures and you have micros. If you want MNQ, you select MNQ. And then again, Heikinashi, 5 minutes, and then break at end of the day, disable that. And yeah, say okay. So instead of NQ, you will see as MNQ. Now again, do the same thing. Go to strategies. Just enable this. Yeah, NQ and QQQ are same. NQ is for futures and QQQ is QQQ is for options or stocks. You can, if NQ gives a buy signal, you can either buy QQQ as a stocks or ETFs, or you can buy option calls on QQQ. When NQ gives a sell signal, you can basically buy option puts, or you can sell, right? Again, shorting is risky, but you can buy option puts. Recent version, basically what we did is there were sync issues for some of the users. They were, or right, for example, generally what should happen is if there is a buy signal, it should wait for the buy signal uh, for everyone at same time. But if someone, for example, I enable this, let us say Rahul enabled after 5-10 minutes, and then it will look at 3 previous candles and it may give a buy in between. So generally what it should do is, until again there is a sell signal, it should wait for sell, and then only it should take sell signal for Rahul. It should not take buy in between. So that's what we made a fix for that, so that everybody gets a buy or everybody gets a sell nearly at the same, right? Maybe there might be 2 or 3 seconds difference, but everyone gets it at the same time. So that sync issue we resolved. For now, you can do for 23 hours. We'll also share a XML file which you can import, so that, right, only if you want to trade between 8:45 Central to 3 p.m. Central, then if you configure that XML file, it will only trade during those hours, right? Sometimes there might be a scenario where these will also run during India hours, but again, right, there is a 60% chance that generally it will be choppy, 40% chance that they can run even during late. For example, yesterday, these ran so much. Uh, so you, right, yeah. For now, you can run all 23 hours. Anyone has any other questions? Right, any Shishi, do you have a question?
Yes, sure. Yes.
Yeah,
So
please.
what I did is I followed everything. I created the strategies, but
Right.
then when I'm enabling them, they are coming up in orange, and I disconnected, reconnected them, but I'm still seeing them in orange.
So generally,
But
if
when
it's waiting for a new position to open, they will be in orange.
Do you see any error message in the log?
no, I don't see anything in the log. Oh, so orange is also kind of a standing order.
Yeah, for example, right, yeah, it is more like a standing order. It is waiting for a new position to be filled.
Oh, I was thinking there might be some issue because on the chart when I go, I see the signals and everything. It's not
Okay.
disabled.
It's not
Right.
disabled.
As
It's
long as
running.
you don't have any red in the log, you are good.
Okay, got it. Thanks.
Yeah. So now we have two positions. It opened a MNQ micro and it opened ES. So yeah, MNQ is going up and ES is going up. So we did not manually do anything. Automatically it opened the buy and both the. So instead of MNQ, if I took on NQ, it would have been a $45 profit. But because we took a micro, right? Which we want initially to start with. So that's why, yeah. If you go to chart, you can see that it gave a buy at 15749.75. So basically, right, Ninja will send you the steps, what you have to select. You have to basically use your Apex details, and then you will select those. Once you do that, basically your Apex and the Ninja will be connected. So you have to follow the mail from Ninja, which they will send you once you take an Apex account. Anyone has any other questions? Either you can use raise hand option, or you can. Right. Again, it is a simple process. Most of you are from IT, so it should not take much time. It is just a 5-minute process to complete the setup. Just going to tools, import Ninja script add-on. If you have to remove some old version, you have to go here, remove, and then select this one, and then remove it, and then again do the import of the latest version. And once you do that, yeah, you can configure it for anything. You can configure for Russell, you can configure for EMD, or whatever you, right? It is not, you can use even for currencies if you want to do on currencies, right? So if you go here, for example, you want to open a chart. Right, whichever you want to. If you want to do it on forex, you want on AUD, USD, or Euro GBP. It will take some time to load, but yeah, you can select whatever you want. You have all these things. You can do with micros, you can do with stocks, you can do with forex, you can do with futures. But if you are doing with stocks, you can do a 15-minute or like that. So you have like, but Apex will not support any of those things, right? So Apex only supports future contracts, but I am giving that information for your individual accounts. If you want to do for your individual accounts, you want to do some stock, then bot will give the buy and sell for your individual accounts. But if you're doing for Apex only, then you have to select only any of these futures or micros. From these two lists, you can select anything. Yeah, hi Narendra.
Yes, hi, bro. So for individual stocks, right? So will it load the? I mean, I know Ninja will not support, but will it load the charts, or even it will not load the charts as well here?
It should load, but it will take some time.
Okay.
But yeah,
Okay.
with Apex accounts, you cannot use them.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, otherwise you can use them.
Yeah, I tried it, but it didn't load. For apart from whatever they mentioned, right? The CL and.
Okay, right, yeah, because right, this is a simulation account of by Apex. If you have individual account, Ninja individual account, it will open because
Okay.
this license is given to you only to trade for Apex by right? Apex paid the cost to Ninja, and they are giving you to help to complete the evaluation or something, right? But if you take a Ninja individual account, and then if you load these bots, then you can use it for stocks or for forex or other things.
Got it. Okay.
Hey Raghu, do you have any other question?
No, Kishore, I think for now I'm good actually. I'll try that and I'll thank you for that.
Okay, cool. Yeah, again, right? I can also do right, maybe during a market time or something, right? So now, right, we did not do anything on ES. We have approximately $87. On NQ or on MNQ, we have $16, right? On NQ, it would have been nearly $160. So let's go to the chart, and you can see, right? ES. So we got a buy, and then it started going up, right? Because it was oversold earlier. There was a sudden news, and there was a gap down. Now it is trying to fill the gap. So we may see ES going back somewhere here, and then again it will start coming down. Same thing with NQ also. There was a sudden drop when market opened. Now again it is going up. So for first few days, yeah, just keep watching it to make sure that there is no internet disconnection. There is right. Your connectivity should be always enabled, and then yeah, your rhythmic should be always open. Your Ninja should be your charts should be open, and they should be running. As long as all those things are there, then yeah, bots will keep working. As long as we don't have a choppy situation, they'll make nice profits. Right?
Sure.
Yeah.
Shashi here. So for the NQ that right now that it just triggered the buy, right?
Right.
So what I see is in my account, I just see it as a standing order. So when the strategy closes this, I actually do not have the position, right? So what happens? I mean, when will I be in sync with the strategy?
It won't do anything. If the position is not open in your account, it won't touch your account.
Okay, and there is no possibility that I can actually get into the trade now. That is not possible, right?
No, that is not possible. All right. That will basically have those sync issues. If you enter in between,
Okay.
that will create issues. So you, whenever it gives a sell signal, then you will get it.
Okay. So when it say sells, okay, I got it. So I can just keep it enabled and then it should be fine, right? I mean, it should be automatically taken care when the sell happens.
Right. Yeah.
Okay. Thanks, Vishu. Thank you.
Sure. Yeah, if it is asking about rolled over manually, you can just say you can just click on OK. That's it. You don't need to do anything. Jai Gajendra, do you have a question? We can't hear you, Gajendra, if you're talking.
How about now? Can you hear me now?
Yeah, we can. Yeah.
Okay. So I just imported the new strategy and the sync shows true. And on the strategies tab, it shows me there is there are position like 1 positions, but I don't see those positions in the positions tab. I used to see them earlier.
Is your do you see rhythmic is enabled, and is it connection is properly
Connection is
established,
green. Yeah, connection is green.
and is rhythmic is on, or so what do you mean by strategic position? Yeah,
I mean, I
let's
can
see.
try and share my screen if that's okay.
Yeah, you can do that.
Not sure if I have that option here.
Can you try sharing it?
I don't see an option to share. No, unfortunately, I don't see an option to share the screen.
Okay, can you try now?
Okay.
No, yeah. So it is actually waiting for the order. So it's not filled yet. So that is not actual position. Actual position on the next column. You see that actual position?
No, in the
No.
same, in the strategies, go back to strategies.
Yeah.
You have a column called as position and actual position. So yeah, as
Yeah.
of now, you have blank in actual position. That means it did not fill. Whereas for others, right, it is telling that the strategy opened a long on the ES, long on NQ. For others, you can see ES, there is a long open for NQ, but if in your account it is blank, that means you don't have any open positions as of now. It opened a short for GC, long on ES and NQ.
So that means you have enabled after it opened those positions. So you need to wait for the
Yeah,
opposite.
this is exactly the situation I was also talking to. Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Because I was seeing the same thing.
Right, actual position is still blank here. So right, if there are no other questions, I have another meeting. So you can see ES made nearly $175. If it was NQ, another $380. But MNQ. So yeah, that's how, right? It will just we have to wait with patience, take time to practice. Then yeah, it will give you nice gains as long as we have. So yeah, because I have another call in 2 minutes, I'll end it, and maybe I'll do another call tomorrow. So if anyone has any other questions or facing any issues, I can help you. Thanks everyone.